Welcome back, y'all. It's finally here. The video everyone has been asking me about for 2 months. It's time for another episode of Dress to Debate. Today we're going to talk about a super hot topic, so hot that people still argue about it to this day. At one point, it was literally the only thing people in the community would talk about. That's right, y'all. We're talking about ethereal outfits. If you're someone who plays DTI often, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you have no clue what an ethereal fit is, it's pretty much when someone dresses non-human, or in other words, as a creature. Now, these types of outfits are really popular in Dress to Impress. You typically see them in pro and master servers, but honestly, you can find them anywhere. When ethereal outfits first became a thing, a lot of players praised them. Like anytime they were on the runway, instant 5 stars and podium. Nowadays, if you ask someone how they feel about ethereal outfits, either they'll look at you like this or like this. But why are people arguing about this in the first place? Why did more than half of the community switch up? Well, that's why I'm here to yap about it for like 15 minutes or something. I'll also show different posts I found on social media regarding this topic, and go through community comments from a post I made like forever ago. Before we start, please remember to be nice in the comments. I know some of y'all really hate ethereal outfits, but let's be civilized. Do not spread hate to anyone mentioned in this video, or in other words, be cute or you'll get the boot. Also, just a heads up, I'm not hating on anybody who makes these types of outfits. That's not what this video is about, so don't worry. Anyways, let's go ahead and start with the first section. Okay, so I'm not too sure who exactly started the trend for ethereal outfits, or when exactly it became a thing, but based on what I saw other people say, it seems like it all started during the Halloween update, and it first started trending on TikTok, which makes the most sense to be honest. Usually all the outfit trends start on TikTok and then they spread around the community. Also, I remember losing to a bunch of ethereal outfits around this time. Unfortunately, not layering was no longer an option. My mediocrity got clocked. Now, I will say, during the Halloween update, I did see them frequently, but not as frequent as I do now. Now, I personally believe the reason that ethereal outfits got even more popular in 2025 is due to master servers. Master servers were first introduced on March 1st, which was during the Style Showdown update. And what do you know, all the hate posts came right after. I actually saw a couple of posts of people saying that they've been hating these types of outfits, but they were too scared to speak up, I guess, which sounds so funny saying out loud because it's not that serious, but I kind of get what people are saying. Based on what I've read, it seems that there's 3 main reasons as to why players started hating these fits. The first one is simply that they don't like how the style looks. I've seen some players say they think it's ugly. The second reason is that it's not creative. I've seen some posts where people say that whoever does ethereal outfits, they don't actually know how to dress, and they rely heavily on ethereal fits to carry them to podium. And the third main reason is that it ruined the game. Pretty much, there's a bunch of players that feel ethereal outfits have oversaturated the game to the point you're expected to overlayer all the time, overdo your hair and makeup, and be non-human. Unlike back in the old DTI days where you could keep it simple and people didn't expect you to layer or use hair combos, or even wear a nose. Which is funny to think about because back then, wearing a nose was seen as ugly, but now if you don't have one, people will be like, no. Honestly, I have a lot of counter arguments for these, but I'm not gonna lie, there are some things I kinda agree with, but we're gonna get into that later. Let's move on to the next section where I'll read some Twitter and Reddit posts. Alright, I'll go ahead and start off with Twitter and then we'll go to Reddit. This first tweet says, I swear DTI players cannot find a balance. You cannot deny ethereal is gorgeous, but because some people use it for every theme, people hate it now. Like, find a balance. This next tweet says, we don't hate them actually. It's just that 99% of the time it's used, the theme is always something unrelated. The theme is school trip, then there's an ethereal bus. Stop, I was just thinking about this earlier. I was thinking it'd be so funny if somebody came out for first day of school as an ethereal pencil. It's probably not that funny, but it's funny in my head. The next tweet says, why are DTI servers so garbage now? The theme will be something simple like retail worker, and everyone dressing up all oily and shiny with ethereal makeup. Okay, some of y'all might not agree with me, but I feel like if the player gives you lore in the chat once they come out on the runway, it helps you see the vision. Or at least it helps me, because normally as long as you tell me what your outfit is, I'll look at it and be like, okay, I see what's going on. However, there are a lot of times that I'm like, no, this is too much. Like if the theme is retail worker and you come out as an ethereal target worker, it's probably gonna be a no. But if you make me laugh, low-key I might give you some points. And the final tweet says, it's a genuine problem. The DTI community gaslighted itself into thinking this was the only way to show skill, and it stunted some of y'all's creativity, cause all you can do is over the top ethereal. So this is pretty much what I mentioned earlier. There's a lot of players that believe people are using ethereal outfits to hide the fact that they don't really know how to dress up. But to be honest, I don't think it's fair to say everybody who does ethereal fits is untalented. I'm not gonna lie, I started doing ethereal fits at one point in master servers because I felt like nobody liked anything else I would make. So I was like, you know what, let me learn how to make ethereal outfits. And if I'm being honest, it actually gave me a lot of practice with how to layer properly. I'm sure there are a few people who do ethereal fits because they don't know how to do normal fits, or how to make them look good at least. But for the most part, I feel like some people just like that style. I'll talk about this more later, but let's go ahead and read the Reddit post. The first post is titled, anyone else feel like these ethereal being / goddess fits are getting extremely overdone? They're not bad, it's just no matter the theme, if I'm in a pro server, I see a monochrome being with white eyes wearing an overlayer dress, and it's feeling like a cop-out when they win every single time. The next Reddit post is titled, Ethereal Outfits kinda ruined my perception of beauty. Ethereal outfits are absolutely overstimulating and overwhelming. I need like a detox for my eyes and brain. It was good for a while, but God forbid if I dress up in a normal human style fit, the DTI chat says I don't deserve my top model rank. I have been trying so hard recently to dress up normally, but I don't place if I don't have 300 layers on, especially in master servers, and the 8 spans only add to the overstimulation. So there's certain things I agree with regarding this post. They can be overstimulating at times, but it's never been that bad for me. Now I do agree for a while, if you dressed up as anything other than ethereal, people would vote you down. This was mostly happening when master servers first started. I remember that anytime I'd go into a master server, literally the whole lobby would have an ethereal outfit on. But now I don't see it as frequent, so it's kind of calmed down a bit. Also, things have switched up a bit. Back then, if you wore an ethereal outfit, you were considered like supernova status almost, but now people say that you're not talented, which is so dumb, but we'll move on. And the final Reddit post says, I don't want to hop on the hate train. I know everyone has their own style, but people find any excuse to make an ethereal outfit. I understand wanting a layer, but you can do that with being on theme. This game isn't fun anymore when everyone feels the need to dress like this every round. In my opinion, I don't think ethereal fits ruin DTI. If anything, I feel like it just ruined the perception of how beautiful ethereal outfits actually can be. And yes, I know it's not that serious, but I do feel like ethereal outfits can be really beautiful, and it sucks that because people have this negative perception, any and all ethereal outfits are seen as bad. Now, before I give my final thoughts on the whole debate, let's go through a couple of community comments. The first comment is from Silly Individual. Even though I find them so beautiful, I think the reason why so many people overuse these types of outfits is the DTI's community's own fault. Whenever someone does an outfit that's more simple or with clean layering, they'll be accused of being lazy or farming for the rank. Meanwhile, ethereal outfits are always seen as masterpieces, even if the person just put all the different skirts they saw, painted it all gold, put those big angel wings, and called it ethereal. Because of this, now people only do these types of outfits because they know it's those types of outfits that receive the most attention in the chat and stars. Aiden commented, they're cute if done right. You need to bring in something unique and something actually creative. The thing is, some people use the same 5 items over and over again to look like a god, and it's like, girl, we're tired. Okay, so for this one, I 100% agree with. There are people who copy and paste their outfits, but then they change the color so nobody would notice. But no, we all notice. noticed. That's not always the case, but I have seen some people literally not change out of their outfit and they'll just stand there, change the color, and maybe add like a different skirt, which is whatever, but if they get podium, it's like, oh my god, like why do I even bother? Just for reference, here's the Ethereal starter pack. The next comment is from J. Lucia Sorio 9198, which says, not gonna lie, I love these Ethereal outfits. I know they're overused and some of the community hates them, but you can't go wrong with an Ethereal outfit. Trip Drip 2873 commented, it works good with some themes, but like, why are you a goddess for the theme casual? Rosie Rose Swifty commented, they're cool, but honestly, when I watch those videos like styling zodiac signs, I just see the same messy layering with different faces and colors. Like, I don't think it works to put on 12 different dresses and hairs and color it beige or brown and call it styling skin. Ugh, I don't like that. Styling skin literally sounds like a horror movie. Mr. Yesify commented, ethereal is literally my favorite theme. I love anything giving ethereal, surreal, goddess, baddie vibes. Local Yapper commented, I feel like this has been said multiple times, but it depends on the theme. I literally went on the master server and the theme was first date. Someone dressed up like they were going to a ball, so I can't even vote them more than 3 stars. As for the other theme, of course I would be okay with it as long as they don't use the same ethereal outfit every theme. Mafia Boss level 1007 commented, I'm sorry, but I don't like them. They all look the same to me. Some of them look good, but most of them are just the same clothes, same makeup, and same layering coming in different colors. Estrella here commented, they're so pretty, but in master servers specifically, people would be doing them for every single theme. Date night, the spaghetti. Water park, the water. Camping, the grass. Summer, the sun. Like, guys, we don't have to do that for every theme just to win.
Clock that T. Clock that T.
High key, you clocked it. But like I said before, if it looks good, then I'll give you your points. Insert name here 710 commented, they're literally so creative. I don't get people saying it's overused because there's so much that can be done with that style. And not gonna lie, I feel like your options for layering like regular humans are pretty limited in comparison. They're just usually way more creative. Personally, I disagree with that. For me, I feel like it's more impressive when you don't have to do a non-human theme and you can make the layering look good. And I've seen a lot of people do it. But to be honest, I think it's my personal preference. I'm more of a human kind of girly instead of a ethereal girl. And the last comment is from the Only Fork. I can't lie, I low-key hate non-human outfits. When the theme is top model, favorite aesthetic, or something like that, it's always only me who dresses as human and the rest of the server dresses up as non-human. I hate the fact that non-human outfits are being repetitive and overused for every single themes. It's not even that necessary. As a human outfit lover, I think non-human outfits are either a hit or a miss. If people know how to make twists and make the non-human outfits different based on themes, that would satisfy me a lot. Not just putting on a lot of large things and calling it a day. In conclusion, I think human outfits are better than non-human outfits, as human outfits have more variety and they're more unique. Now that we've gone through all the community comments, all the Reddit posts, all the Twitter posts, let me go ahead and give my final thoughts on this debate. If you ask me what my opinion is on ethereal outfits, pretty much like everybody else said, it really does depend. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie, I actually like them a lot when they're done correctly. I do agree though that at one point it felt like that was the only outfit that was acceptable in the game, and it did get frustrating because I didn't feel the need to do those outfits all the time, but if I didn't, I would come in last place, especially in master servers, but I don't see that as often anymore. It might have to do with the addition of the adjustment tool, but yeah, overall, I feel like when it comes to ethereal outfits, you just gotta get creative with it. But if I notice you're using the exact same items from the last round and you just change the color, it's over. It's a one I fear. If you ask me if ethereal outfits ruin DTI, the answer is no. Honestly, it's crazy how ethereal fits went from being so loved to half of the community just wanting them gone. And I get it, they're everywhere, but I don't think it's harming anybody. It's one of those things that might get boring to see, but it really depends on how it's done. The majority of times I see an ethereal fit, I think they're beautiful, especially since people can get super creative with them. Like for instance, when the theme is earthy, I've seen people dress up as these super mythical looking trees. And to be honest, there's a lot of themes that are up for interpretation. You don't necessarily have to dress up as a human. However, I do believe there are themes that are super straightforward, especially if it's about a specific style like Douyin or Visual Kai. And I know some people are gonna be like, who cares, it's just a game. But I mean, you can't get mad at people people who want to play the game right, you know? Here's the best way I can break it down. If the theme is like first day of school and you dress as an angel going to her first day at Heavenly Heaven School or something, you're still on theme in my opinion, so I'ma let it slide, but the outfit better eat down. Now if the theme is cowboy and you come out saying you're the goddess of denim, I'm out. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Hopefully y'all found it entertaining. I know it took me a long time to make this one, but my life has been a mess and my time management skills have ceased to exist. Also, not gonna lie, I'm pretty addicted to Grow a Garden. It's been helping me with my stress, weirdly enough, so sometimes instead of working on content, I'm literally just grinding and making my garden cute. Don't judge me. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about Ethereal Fits. Do you love them or hate them? Have you ever made an Ethereal outfit before? Also, unrelated, but if you play Grow a Garden, please let me know. I love giving out fruits and pets, so if you need some, let me know. Okay, bye. See you in the next one. Bye. Okay, bye. See you. Bye.